Club of Cottontales. I have bangs now. I mean, I've always had bangs, like side swipe bangs, but we have across the forehead bangs. Ooh. Um, so yeah, hello motherfuckers, welcome to my Club of Cottontales. Long time no see. It is 2:45, 2:43, 2:43. It's the 18th of January 2024. And don't you know, with me saying the 18th, it made me go, the 22nd is just right around the fucking corner. The 22nd of January marks 3 years of no snooze to or kisses. And honestly, like, I don't even know if I kissed the guy on that day. Like, I think I did, but I don't know. The last kiss that I remember that really, like, held something to it was, like, fall of 2020, I think. Yeah. Yeah, fall of 2020 was the last time I had a kiss that I really was like, oof, that was a kiss. I don't know if I kissed the person that I last had snoo snoo with. The things we think. I also am not entirely sure. It's gaming and reading. Like, we're gonna be reading. I didn't grab the book yet because I'm just not that prepared. My brain is kind of like, I just got off the phone with my sissy wolf, and the whole time, every person in my brain was just like, she's alive! She's alive! And then, like, she fucking has been ignoring us, and I'm just like, she said she had things to talk about, but then didn't really talk, and just asked me, like, how I've been, and it's like, I've been the same. Like, miserable and alone. You know what I mean? Like, trying to get social interaction where I can fucking get social interaction. Open-ended question asking me how I am. that is a loaded question, and I like loaded potatoes. Not loaded questions, but asking me how I am is a loaded question all the time, unless you can visibly see how I'm doing. Like, it's just a loaded question that we don't like. But yeah, I fucking, my brains feel like mush right now. Yeah. I got this, like, super shake that tastes like the 70s. Um, my best duder did end up sending me $10, but in order to use that $10, I'd have to walk to two different places, and it's like an ice skating rink outside. It's terrifying. So unless you got like soccer cleats, you can't really walk outside right now. Fucking Elsa has visited my city. Has she visited yours? Because I feel like she's visited a lot. Like, if you live in the northern hemisphere, Elsa has visited you. um, I feel like crying. I feel like screaming. I don't know how I feel right now, actually. Um, in hopes that I actually still have two Tohos. I guess I'll find out if the subscription goes through or not. um, that's because, like, Feet Finder doesn't tell you who subscribed. It only tells you your followers, and then it will tell you when you go to your payouts. It will tell you, that's how you find out if someone has subscribed to you, is you'll see the amount that your subscription is in your earnings area. I think is what it's called. Yeah, earnings. So you go to earnings, and, like, I have $20 there because a person subscribed 9 days ago. Um, on November 18th, I got my very first ever Toho, and they did stay subscribed through December, but now it's January, and we will find out if, yeah, I don't know, I have a feeling that they are no longer subscribed to me. And the reason I say that is because looking at the timestamps of when the subscription purchase went through, it's past that time now. Because it does military time. So I won't be able to know until after today. But that's not going to feel very good having to, like... It's not going to feel good. Losing a subscriber. Like, when I was so hopeful that they would actually stay, you know. Maybe their limit is $40. Who fucking knows? Man, it's so crazy. It was October 15th, 2022 is when I made my feet finder. And I didn't even get my first subscriber until a year later. Wild. No chat requests. You get a lot of bots who chat request you. And you could tell that they're a bot. Or you get the person who's like, as soon as you say that you only chat there, they block you. Hey, what the fuck? That is a weird ass image. What is going on? What? Some fucking weird ass shit. Okay. I don't fucking know what that fucking was, but okay. One watching my booty hole. Ain't nobody here. But yeah, this meeting is just because my brain is so mush right now. I don't know how to feel. I've already had a bunch of dizzy spells today, because I had to see Voldemort, and the medicine I have just, it ain't medicine the way that my medicine usually does, but that's because it's like super shake. It's super old, and I don't even know where my mother got it from. Fucking, but it's something, right? And when you have nothing, having a little something is something. It's like terrifying because, I mean, here at the beginning of next month, my medical card is going to expire anyways, and I can't afford to update it, so my medicine's going to become even more expensive. Yeah. get some of this medicine.
Are you looking for answers in your life? Somebody said the first one dried like barbecue sauce, and now I literally can't unsee it. These lip stains is supposed to be vampire inspired, so this whole collection is called Bloodline. And as always, I'm extra, so I gotta make it like real blood, hence why the formula is pretty thick and groupy. As an anime inspired brand, this whole collection Bloodline is inspired by an anime called Vampire Knight. It's a pretty old anime, so if you do know about it, we're probably the same age. There's a total of 9 shades. Please remember that these are lip stains, though they will be a lot harder to get off, even with makeup remover. And they usually last about a couple hours depending on what you do. But let's just go ahead and try this barbecue sauce shade. Do have to wipe the first layer with a wet tissue for the stain to show. And ta-da, this is how half blood looks like on me. All the shades are currently available for pre-order only.
I haven't done cardio in 20 years. How hard can it be? It's immediately awful. I haven't done cardio in 20 years. How hard can it be? It's immediately awful.
Nah, not me hoping that it actually was a person and it's just assbot doing their job. So excited when I saw the comments popped up. I was like, oh, there's people. No, they're not. I'm trying not to let my brain get the best of me right now, but... Me hoping they have this song. This is where I found this song. I never even knew who Suburban was before Fortnite Festival. Sometimes I can't believe my body belongs to me. ambience right there. Ooh, and they have emo girl on here. Holy shit, all of these songs are the same level. That's wild. Oh, I feel like screaming from my top. Ah! Oh, Blue Bear. This too shall pass. But then it comes back. Yeah. Inside my own world of make-believe, kids screaming from the cradle of profanity. Only had like a little bit of frozen yogurt this morning. 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mooiisstt is someone who I really just look up to and admire. I think she is not only one of the most hilarious women, but she uses her voice and advocates for everyone, and just, I really just admire that. Someone who sticks up for other people and is using her platform in such a positive way. And I'm excited just to talk with her. I think it's going to be a very fun and interesting conversation.
She's an advocate. She's a television star and a world-class stand-up comedian. Let's welcome Amy Schumer.
That's hot. Yes, it is. Thank you so much for doing this, by the way.
Thanks for thinking of me. I'm excited.
Me too.
Have you guys worked together before?
No.
No.
Just communicated. Just sent love to each other.
You guys are both very lovely people, so that would make perfect sense.
Yes, we're pen pals on DM.
Angels.
Definitely. So I've been watching Expecting Amy, and I fallen even more in love with you.
Oh my god, I hope you aren't puking watching it.
No, I love just how funny you are, how brave you are, just everything. It's really amazing that you let people in like that.
Thank you.
Was it hard for you though?
Okay, we're gonna start with this picture because you need to see the after before you see the before. And it's gonna explain everything. Okay, you see the hey, I'm outside, hey, you left your jacket, okay, you can just sit it out there, thank you. This is where it gets interesting. Hey, my carpet don't look clean to me. Okay, and the guy said, hey, which part? She said the entire thing. Could I get a refund? He rightfully said, I spent 4 hours on the carpet, no ma'am. Now, if you would like me to come back by, that's fine. I just can't visualize the issue. Then she says, that's unprofessional, and no, I don't want you to come back by. My boyfriend said he could have done it, and we could have saved the money. Ooh. You see what he says. Now, let me show you the picture. I know you lied. It looked like your boyfriend tried to mop the carpet. Leave that man alone. Okay, we're gonna start with this picture because you need to see the after before you see the before. And it's gonna explain everything. Okay, you see the hey, I'm outside, hey, you left your jacket. Okay, you can just sit it out there. Thank you. This is where it gets interesting. Hey, my carpet don't look clean to me. Okay, and the guy said, hey, which part? She said the entire thing. Could I get a refund? He rightfully said, I spent 4 hours on the carpet, no ma'am. Now, if you would like me to come back by, that's fine. I just can't visualize the issue. Then she says, that's unprofessional, and no, I don't want you to come back by. My boyfriend said he would have done it, and we could have saved the money. Ooh. You see what he says. Now, let me show you the picture. I know you lied. It looked like your boyfriend.
Me? are they doing? Is that outside? I swear, after I basically almost fucking fall on my ass and hurt myself out there, then they go and fucking do something to the path, and I'm just like, I guess this is all that counts, right? I don't fucking know. Man, I just keep thinking about my fucking feet finder. And this is what I get for thinking, like, oh yeah, this is definitely coming to me. Oh, man. All I can do is just continue to produce my contentery. And I truly do believe that my efforts will eventually bring me an actual income. So I must have gotten too cocky or something. Or maybe I'm just over fucking thinking things like I always do. Just all by myself. I'm always just all by myself all the time. I don't wanna be all by myself. I really don't like being all by myself. But that's my life. Bluebear says the romance is coming. How can I feel that that's true? I haven't even had a date in 3 years. No kisses, too. No affection, no appreciation, other than the plutonic kind. There's so many people out there who don't even want the romance. Why can't it be mine? I don't wanna be all by myself, but that's my life to be all by myself all the time. It's fucking cold. Is my heater open? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's just the heater is finally on when it hasn't been on all day. I swear they turn it off when they leave in the morning and they don't turn it on until it's back. And it's like, dude, you have a tenant who doesn't have the ability to heat. Like, I don't have a heater. I wish. But even if I had a heater, like, the times where I did have a heater, I would have to unplug certain things just to have my heater in. Because the whole house is sharing one circuit breaker. And it's very easily can turn off all the power if something gets used too intensely. Like, when I'm cooking, if I need to make something in my instant vortex and on the burner, I have to do one at a time. Because if I don't, if I try to run my burner and the instant vortex at the same time, it shuts the power off. Luckily, the last time that it happened, my little power cord thing, it turned off instead of having all the electricity turn off. So that was nice. Don't lose your head, rated 18+. Let's see what this is.
Dog owners, if you don't have a light for your dog's collar, get one now.
Grew up in the French court, we born short, life was a chore, so she set sail. 22 came straight to the UK, all the British dudes learned epic fail. I wanna dance and sing, politics, not my thing. But then I met the king, and soon my daddy said, you should try and get ahead. Obviously, messaging me like every day. Couldn't be better than he sent me a letter, and who am I kidding?
stuck still, no turning back. He hid around corners and she hid under beds. She killed it with kisses, and for all that she fled. With every bubble she sank with a drink and washed it away down the kitchen sink. The dog days are over, the dog days are done. The horses are coming, so you better run. Run fast for your mother, run fast for your father, run for your children, for your sisters and brothers. Leave all your love and your longing behind. You can't carry it with you if you want to survive. The dog days are over, the dog days are done. Can you hear the horses? 'Cause here they come.
What? It fucking deployed my overdrive, and all I did was fucking emo. What the fucking fuckity fuck? I was saving that shit.
Run fast for your mother, run fast for your father, run for your children, for your sisters and brothers. Leave all your love and your longing behind. You can't carry it with you if you want to survive. The dog days are over, the dog days are done. Can you hear the horses? 'Cause here they
The dog days are over. Your father. You know what's really frustrating is that still, even people the closest to me, they think that my YouTube is something other than what it is. Like, my sissy would say, like, are you gonna do YouTube? And I didn't even know, like, what she was... At first, I didn't think she was talking to me, because this is Club Kottontale. YouTube is just a platform that helps me to put it out there in the world. Like, it's frustrating. All I've ever wanted was to be wanted. tried to go down the wrong hole.
Is also Prada. It's supposed to be oversized, but as a fat person, it means it just might fit, or it might not. Okay, let's see what is in the Prada bag when I actually come out the house. This color, though. Oh, you can wear this one too, but I actually prefer this long strap. I feel like Amy's long, and it makes me skinny super important. My
On the wings of my friends, I'm dancing. And from all I can tell, I may never come down to earth again. 10 minutes ago I met you, and we murmured our how do you do's. And from all I can tell, I may never come down to earth again. Hello, shaky shake. I do appreciate you. You're better than nothing. Are you, though? 10 minutes ago I met her, and she murmured her how do you do's. And from all I can tell, I may never come down to earth again. Alright. That is in that ease. I'm in love with an emo girl.
I am a god.
She's got makeup by the mirror in her bedroom, thigh-high fishnets and some black boots, nose pierced with the cigarette perfume, half dead but she still looks so cute. She is a monster in disguise, and she knows all the words to the trap songs, takes pics with the cherry red lipstick, says she only dates guys with the big ooh. I fell in love with an emo girl, I'm in love with an emo girl, I fell in love with an emo girl, all I want is an emo girl. She puts eyeliner on her dark skin, she tells me lies but she knows all of my secrets, and when we drive in the car and I say who is this bitch, she says you won't understand, it's the next choke her on the neck, kiss me, completely in your blink tea, so many regrets, you tell me you're depressed, baby girl, that makes two of us. I fell in love with an emo girl, I'm in love with an emo girl, I fell in love with an emo girl.
I'm not depressed, I just have a mood disorder. So I guess sometimes I'm depressed, because when it goes low, that's what they call it. Just can't be, you know, I'm sad, it has to be depression. I'm in love with an emo girl. In love with an emo girl. Hey, new solo high score. How you doing? I already know that my sister Wolf is not gonna call me back. She said, I'll call you back real quick. I'm just helping my neighbor with this thing. But as soon as she asked if I was, like, she started talking about YouTube, I was like, this bitch is gonna get me off the phone and not fucking call me back. Like, and it'll be another few months before I hear from her again. And it just was kind of frustrating because she was saying, like, all hell broke loose since the 10th of October. But, like, I tried getting a hold of her at the end of September. Like, as soon she invited me, it was 6 days after she invited me. I was like, I told her stuff and she never got back to me. And it just, I don't know. Oh, man. That's kind of why I did the meeting. I had a feeling.
Hate to give you satisfaction, asking how you're doing now. How's the castle built of people you pretend to care about? Just what you wanted. Look at you, cool guy, you got it. I see the parties and diamonds. Sometimes when I close my eyes, 6 months of torture sold to some forbidden paradise. We have to truly. You gotta laugh at the stupidity. 'Cause I've made some real big mistakes.
Ooh. Ugh. At a certain point, it's just like, ugh, it's so rough. The fact that this is what, like, our parents were token on in the 70s and 80s is like, ugh. That's literally what my mother said to me, and she was like, this looks like the stuff that we had back in the day. Sucker, dream crusher, goddamn vampire.
Every girl I ever talked to told me you were bad news. You called them crazy. God, I hate the way I called them crazy too. You're so convincing. How do you lie without flinching? Ooh, what a mesmerizing, paralyzing, tragic thrill. Can't figure out just how you do it, and God knows I never will. And for me and not her, 'cause girls your age know better. I've made some real big mistakes, but you make the worst one look fine. I should have known it was strange. You only come out at night. You think I was smart. You made me look so naive.
So deep for parts. Sucker, dream crusher, goddamn vampire.
You said it was true love, but wouldn't that be hard? You can't love anyone, 'cause that would mean you had a heart. I tried to help you out, now I know that I can't. 'Cause how you think's the kind of thing I'll never understand.
Real big mistakes. One look fine. But it was strange. You only come out at night. I was smart, maybe so naive. Sold me for parts. My teeth into me. Dream crusher, like a goddamn vampire.
inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright.
Hush.
Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than any other day. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Hold your breath and feel the tension. Whispers hide behind the redemption. Honesty is one way to have. Taste consumption. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the words comes out. Hush. Carefree lately, just picking up daisies. Got many glasses in my pocket. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep. One missed note. Oh. Oh, to joy. I'm fucking cold. I got dishes I could do. Do I want to play a pew-pew match? Oh hey, level 147. How nifty. Hmm.
the book that we're reading from, because it is reading and gaming. We're continuing The Witches of Blackbrook from the award-winning author Trish Thauer. We've already previously read chapters 1 through 6, well, and the prologue. There's a prologue and epilogue. So the prologue with chapters 1 and 2 were in one meeting, and then chapters 3 to 6 were in another meeting. We'll be moving on to chapter 7, which I'm so excited for. Chapter 7 is pretty sexy. And it's kind of short, actually. I don't know how many chapters we'll read. We might just read one. So then my brains can be like, see, you did some reading. You did what you said you would do. I did not anticipate me being in the crafting house. So let's get ourselves out of here real quick. Oh yeah, I have to figure out where the hell I'm gonna put that raw amber. I feel like there's gonna be a lot more, like, gems to come. So I feel like maybe we should put it in here. Like, that's my 420 room. This is the kitchen. Could put a chest right there. You know what? For now, we're just gonna put it in here. All I ever wanted was to be wanted. Actually, I'm gonna leave some wood on me because I'm not entirely sure what we gonna do yet, but most likely it's gonna be going back to the. Well, that's an interesting shape we got going on here. We're gonna be going back to the desert. Yep, to get rough amber, maybe. I don't know. I don't even know what the next upgrade is. Ooh, I can add another villager though. That's awesome. Flexword. A dry wood found in the dryland. Okay. Oh, dark stone found in lava caves. Fun. Okay. Some wild ass shit going on right there. Alright. Just gonna go into my 420 room. Yep. Also, I am really proud of this house. No, I want to open the door for you. Yeah, I really like this place. Like, I actually love this deck more than I love my own deck, which is kind of sad. But I really love how it connects these two open door / window things. No clue what we're gonna put out here. But yeah, I feel like it's better than my deck. But my deck is exactly how I wanted it to be, where it, comes up to this and connects with that. We also did a design on this one where, like, the little squares kind of go back and forth, and we put a bit of a design, so that's cool. We also put a border, so, like, all of the railing is on its own thing. I put this fence up because chickens kept going up onto my roof and just chilling up here. Fucking just chilling. So I wanted to keep the chickens from there. Ooh, who are you? You're a new person, Robin. I spotted a new friend back home. Yeah, cool. Stay in my village. That's cool. I already know who I want to be in this village next. It's going to be the hamburger dude. Haven't fully decided where, because we were able to have 2 more villagers, like once you're fully upgraded. Yeah, you can have a total of 5 villagers. So that is Sunflower's house, Sunflower, Bright Bomber's house, Meowscle's tower, and then this is my abode. I connected a log cabin to a log cabin to a log home. That's the log cabin. This is the log home. And this is a lodge, I believe. Let's see. It's got a special. Oh yeah, I need to move my camera. All that I wanted was to be wanted. Too young to travel the streets of London alone and haunted. Camera. Right. Ayo. That's the way, we like it, Jumbo Lodge is what it was called. So we built a Jumbo Lodge. Maybe the hamburger guy live in a log shed. No, I'll at least make him one of these houses, probably. Probably. I mean, I don't know. I mean, let's be honest. The bed, we're probably just like, we should put a random bed in here just until, like, once he's actually here, he can be like, come to my village, and we'll already have a bed for him and shit, you know. I'm just gonna build a little basic bag. Everyone gets a charming bed. We'll put a drowsy bed in here, because why not? Let's see. Don't gotta be fancy, it's just a bed for when we eventually have Homeboy. And he'll be like, do you have a bed for me? And I'll be like, oh, yes I do. Yeah, the last things you get. 9, go forth, forage, and this looks like some kind of log something or another. And then at 10 you get your last person. Ooh, it is raining. Shake off the cold. This is my 420 room. Ooh, we are hungry. Oh shit. Massively hungry.
Shooting for polyester and this glam. Oh my god, this glam. Oh, it's so good. We're switching out these extension switches for everything. That's it. Wow. Cord. storage. Oh my god. Ah! I can't stop like looking at myself in the summer. I'm just like, this is so pretty. Oh, I love it. Oh, I feel so clean. So this is the final cover with polyester. You can read the full interview at polyestercene.com. Also tag their TikTok below the BTS video. BTS Polaroids edition to show how actual flawless I looked that day. Thanks to the amazing styling, hair, makeup team. It was an all-female crew, and it was so much fun to get to play dress up all day. The vibes were immaculate, and I feel like these pictures are a good representation of the energy that was in the room that day, which was like amazing. These are just the prints. The actual photos can be seen on their website, Polyester Zine, and you can order a copy of the zine, like an actual physical copy of the zine that they'll send you in the mail, which I think is just the coolest thing ever. This was also my first time like wearing high fashion. This coat was Tom Ford, and I was just like so shook. I was so beside myself. All the fashion credits again can be found on their website, but I was just feeling like an actual goddess. Like, I've never loved photos of myself more, and I was gagging. Like, the vintage pearls and shirt, like, are you kidding me? Like, I wish I could, like, style myself this way. The hair and makeup was beautiful, the whole team, the creative direction, like, everything was perfect. The photographer, Savannah, the lighting, everything was just amazing, and it just was, like, the best energy. And we had Domino's for our crafty, which is, like, the dream.
Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry.
Lillian Fox nail. Here is panel 9 out of 10. I cannot believe there's only one panel left for the sides of this chessboard. Do you have...
You know, one of my biggest fears is being in the bathroom, taking a dump, and someone decides to break in while I'm on the toilet taking this dump. The fear doesn't come so much from this person breaking into my house. The fear comes from me knowing that when I take a dump, all my clothes are off. When I go in the bathroom to take a number 2, I gotta take everything off, shirt
can't wait to get started on
Gummy pizza! Hey! Gummy pizza!
This is option one. A pair of tour sandals that I made. Denim on denim. I think I'm just gonna be hot in this. But I don't know if I like it as much without the jacket though. Which is probably how I'll be wearing it. Okay, option one. And this is option number two. Which I think I'll be less hot in. I'll probably wear my blazer over top of it. Or I do a pink pleather jacket. Or I could just wear this denim. Okay. I think we decided on this one.
Alana Joe says that this glitch in the Matrix is like 30-something years in the making. And it all started with a boy named Steve. I start preschool when I'm 3 years old. I go to preschool, there's this boy in my class named Steve. We're in the same class at kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade. But something happens in 2nd grade, okay? In 2nd grade, my family moved from New York to Michigan. We moved away. I was a new kid in 2nd grade. I start my new class. A couple months later in my new 2nd grade class in a new state, my teacher says, hey kids, we're getting a new kid. Steve comes walking in and I'm like, weird, Steve. Did your family move here too? He's like, yeah, sure did. Weird. So in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade, we're in the same class. In 5th grade, my parents switched houses in the same town that we lived in, but it was a big city, so we had to switch schools again. Thanks for that, Mom and Dad. So I'm a new kid, right, in 5th grade, starting on the first day, and my teacher's like, hey, there's another kid who also went to your old school. He's in the other class. Guess who it is? It's Steve. Alana Joe spent a lot of her young life kind of moving all over the place. Different schools, different states, different cities. And somehow, no matter where she went, another child the same age as her followed her everywhere. We moved back to New York, to a different town than we originally lived in. So it's like November, I moved there. In May of that year, our teacher's like, hey, we have a new kid shadowing. He's also from Michigan, where you just came from. Guess who it is? It's freaking Steve. It's Steve again. We go off to college. In 2004, I was studying abroad my junior year in Madrid. It was 2004, so the Yankees and Red Sox World Series thing was happening. There was a sports bar in all of the games for Americans. I had my bucket of Corona in front of me because, of course, Americans. And Steve to this bar.
Jesus.
Steve came into this bar to also watch the Yankees and Red Sox. He wasn't studying abroad in Madrid. He was studying abroad in London.
Damn.
Weird. He ended up at the same bar. In December of that same year, my friends and I, who were studying in Madrid, decided to go to Prague to see it. To see Prague at Christmas time. We're supposed to go on a pub crawl. We missed that pub crawl. We decided to go on our own pub crawl. We end up in a random Irish pub in the middle of Prague. Who's there? Who's there sitting at a table? Steve. Steve's sitting at a table. He also went to Prague at Christmas time, and we happened to be at the same bar at the same time. Now this morning I'm in the copy room at work. I have a coworker who's talking about her fiance. I'm not friends with this girl. I barely know this girl. She mentions, oh, my fiance's Steve. And I go, excuse me, what's your fiance's last name? I felt like Brad Pitt with the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? What's his last name? Guess who it is? It's Steve. It's the same Steve. What does it mean? Okay. So that's really creepy, right?
That is.
And I watched this video. My jaw was on the floor. I was like, whoa, that is an insane amount of coincidences. All with one guy that you just happen to know from elementary school, and you're still finding each other in your 30s. TikTok goes crazy over this video. I think it was originally posted back in like October. People went nuts. Everyone is like, you're like meant to be together, like you're soulmates, or he's stalking you. Like people were very either this is the universe or there is something very sinister happening here. There was no in between. Alana makes many follow-ups to this, and I think the most prominent question that kept getting asked was, how does he feel about this? Like, have you guys talked about it? Have either of you acknowledged the fact that you keep running into each other decade after decade after decade? She says that yes, he has acknowledged this. They both have like talked about how weird it is. But she actually posted this video having a conversation with Steve in which he told her about one run-in he had with her that she didn't even know about. This portion blew my mind. It reads, seeing your original video was pretty entertaining. I've told that story various times and have usually met with a healthy dose of skepticism. Here's an element that either never made it to you or you forgot to add in. Just before the pandemic, I was traveling through New York City and had a layover in JFK, which I spent in the Delta Lounge. While I was in there, I bumped into, there's a name written here, she was a mutual classmate, a friend of mine, and she shared that you had just left for your gate 20 minutes before I arrived. I thought about seeking you out at the gate to add to the list of chance encounters, but decided against it because I trust that had the universe wanted us to meet that day, we would have. It's like this guy is always around, whether Alana knows it or not. Alana goes on to have some more conversations with Steve, and she records them just talking about this weird experience they've had through life. And I didn't dive too much into those. I thought that the story was really weird in itself, and I had other Glitch in the Matrix TikToks to show you. If you want to hear Alana's entire story, I as always have her TikTok listed down below, so you can go and check her out. But while I'm not going to recap her entire story, I do think there's this one really interesting, I guess, like bullet point in this that also feels like a glitch in the Matrix to me. Alana says she's had weird experiences with birds her entire life, specifically blue jays. Now, I'm not gonna like show any photos or anything here, but just a quick warning that she will talk about birds unaliving and, you know, just generally doing like crazy stuff. But I'm not going to show any of the photos. It doesn't get too graphic. But I just want you to hear this and then see the last video I want to show you from Alana. Okay, so while we're on the topic of weird stuff that happens in my life and strange coincidences, I've got something else for you. So I've always had something weird with birds in my life. Not always bad, not always good. Now I started noticing this bird thing the first week I got my license, when I was driving down the road, pretty inconspicuously, like the week I got my license, and all of a sudden I heard a thud on the front of my car, and I was like, that's strange. I looked in the road behind me, there was nothing there. I didn't know what had happened. I thought maybe I kicked up a rock. When I arrived at my destination, I saw, no, it wasn't a rock. In fact, it was a giant blue jay, stuck, spread-winged, in the grill of my car. Okay, just splayed right in there, neck broken in the grill of my car. That's also not the only time a blue jay has splayed into the front of my grill of my car. That's happened on 2 separate occasions. 2 times I've arrived at my destination with a blue jay just splat on the front of the grill of my car. Now typically when you drive through a flock of birds, they're in the middle of the road, maybe feeding on something on the ground, and just starlings in the way. They fly, they go away, nothing happens, right? Not me. I'll fly, drive through those, and I'll get ping-pong balled by these birds. I don't know if I'm invisible to birds. I don't know if I have some sort of force field that makes them just be like, whoa. I don't understand. Now, it's not always sinister. My grandfather passed away about 10 years ago, and I spent my whole childhood watching Saturday morning cartoons with him. I remember remarking, Papa, I didn't know that woodpeckers were real. I thought they were a mythical creature, much like a unicorn. Now, my grandfather passed away the following week after his death. Guess what was on my tree? A giant, massive woodpecker that I had never seen before in my life, that my grandfather insisted existed, but I never believed. But there he was, the week after my grandfather died. A giant woodpecker on my tree. Now, my father died 2 years ago today, and I spent my whole life with him, remarking on how I had never seen a bald eagle. It was kind of a thing. We'd always look for bald eagles. I had never seen one. My father passed away, and look what was in the front of my house. It's blurry because it's zoomed in, but that was a bald eagle. The first and only one I have ever seen in real life. Blue jays are a weirdly specific sign, I guess, in Alana's life. Like, she's constantly having these weird experiences with blue jays. Well, around the time that she's making these Steve Talk
collecting gifts for our Christmas celebration in town. People wonder why I like Gilmore Girls. It's because I literally live in Stars Hollow. Like, I do. So we have this big Christmas extravaganza that starts the weekend after Thanksgiving. Part of it is like a story time or whatever, and they give children gifts when they come to the story time. So he's looking at me. He's like, I feel like I need to give you one of these. So he comes back in and he gives me this little like tissue papery package. And was like, here, this one just had your name on it. And I just hope you have a good day. And I was like, okay, thank you. So I go in the back room and I open it. It's a stuffed blue jay, guys. Now, if you've been following my Steve story, you know that blue jays have been like offing themselves in my presence for many years. Like in the grill of my car, my cat left me one when I was dying of the flu. And so he gives me a stuffed blue jay, and it felt like there was something inside of it. And I'm like, oh my god, this thing's bugged. What is going on? No, it just makes a blue jay sound. Yep, it's a blue jay. It's a stuffed blue jay. Now, is there a world where this man just watched her TikToks and was like, oh my god, I know that girl. I have a blue jay in my car. Isn't it funny if I give her this gift? Of course, that's totally possible. But there's so many other weird coincidences in Alana's life. Like, the Steve thing alone makes me fully believe that she's having a full-blown, like, glitch in the Matrix experience. Like, something is going on. Whoever is running her simulation is being, like, a wee bit silly about things and maybe messing up her and Steve's timelines, you know? And whether you want to call this a glitch in the Matrix or, like, a spiritual thing, I just don't think that anyone can believe that this is just a normal coincidence. That she and this man have found each other from the time they were children all the way into their adulthood. Alana Joe says that this market, Papa, and he's like, I feel like I don't think that anyone can believe this is just a normal coincidence. That
Put a finger down if 10 years ago your mom was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, but she refused to believe it and has not taken medication. So for the past 10 years, she's been terrorizing you and feeding you trauma for breakfast. Then you decide one day that you need to get the heck out of this crazy, toxic household, and your one way to get out is marriage. So you find a nice boy, you start talking to him, and eventually you get engaged. And your mom tries to break off your engagement, not once, but twice. You speed up your wedding process, and during this time you sit her down and you say, hey mom, if you don't get on medication and get your ish together, I have to stop communicating with you after wedding weekend. And she looks you dead in the eye and she says, do what you want. I'm not going to take medicine. So you say, okay, sis, and you hold up to your end of the bargain. And after wedding weekend wraps up, you slowly start cutting off communication and eventually have to block her on all platforms. Now you're living your best life with your husband and you don't know your mom's whereabouts because you don't keep in touch with her. And as you're getting settled into married life, you start looking for a new home. And you find a home 45 minutes away from your parents because boundaries. And as you start settling into your new home, your sister calls you crying, saying that she can't live with their parents anymore. And eventually you take her under your wing, and now you, your sister, and your husband are living happily ever after, 45 minutes away from your parents. And as you settle into your house and a couple months go by, you're regaining your mental health, you're getting back on track, and you live in a great environment. So you start going on girl walks. And on one of your girl walks one day, you notice that a house 5 houses down from you has a sold sign in front of it. And as you walk past it, you see a really familiar van that looks just like your mom's, but you think there's no way. And parked right behind that van is a blue-colored car, which looks oddly familiar like your dad's. At this rate, your heart is pounding, and you decide to go knock on the door. And once you knock on the door, lo and behold, your dad opens the door. He looks you up and down, and there's a moment of silence. He then begins to tell you, oh, we really didn't know how to tell you guys this, but we actually ended up putting a contract on this house, and our move-in date is next week. So now your mom lives 5 houses down from you and can terrorize you at any moment, and in fact, she showed up to your house twice unsolicited already.
Are your people just so afraid of therapy? It's great. I love therapy. I'm that crazy. I need a therapist. I'm talking to her in a couple of days. It's gonna be great. I'm excited to talk to her and dump all my on her.
Okay, story time on how my ex-best friend and bridesmaid turned into the villain of my wedding. I got married a year ago, and for my wedding, my bridesmaids got together and threw me a bachelorette party.
Happy 420.
They cost evenly, and one bridesmaid offered to put the accommodations on her credit card. Being the responsible adults that they were, 2 of the bridesmaids decided to immediately send her their portion of the costs. The bridesmaid who received the money was our villain. Just days after receiving those 2 payments from the bridesmaid, she informs the group that she's no longer able to use her credit card because her husband won't let her. But she's more than happy to return the funds from whence they came. Another one of the bridesmaids steps up and says, I'm happy to pay with this on my credit card. You guys just send me your portions. And you, bridesmaids, send me the 2 portions you already received, plus your own. They decide to settle their funds up at the wedding since one of the bridesmaids, the one who is now paying for the accommodations, lives out of the country. When my bachelorette party rolls around, our villain bridesmaid is a no-show. The next day is the wedding rehearsal, and of course she shows. At the wedding rehearsal, the rest of the bridesmaids get together and ask her to please pay back the 2 portions she's already received, plus her own, because all of this has already been paid for. She insists that she will. She grabs her husband and says she's going to go to the ATM. She leaves to go pick up the money that she's supposed to pay back, but doesn't return. So the next morning, while everyone's getting ready, she's supposed to be going to the ATM to pick up the money to get to the bridesmaid. Nothing happens.
Damn.
She leaves the wedding early, and nobody gets paid. For a couple of weeks, the bridesmaids go back and forth, insisting that she make this payment. She declines and says that she shouldn't have to pay that much because she didn't even attend the bachelorette party. Unfortunately, this has all been paid for, and now the bridesmaid who lives out of the country is out a significant amount of money. Because this girl accepted payments from the other 2 bridesmaids and didn't want to pay it forward when she didn't end up paying for any of it at all. I didn't happen to know that any of this was happening. None of the bridesmaids wanted to inform me. They wanted to make sure I had like a stress-free wedding, which I did at the time. But once I found out that this bridesmaid had stolen money from the other 2 bridesmaids, not paid a dime forward, and now my other friend of over a decade was out hundreds of dollars, girl, I was livid. So I did what any smart would do, and I helped my friend file a civil court case. Period. This was just to make her pay the amount of money that she owed. My friend would have even been happy with her just paying back the 2 portions that she had taken from the girls because she obviously had that money. It wasn't hers. But yeah, she didn't want to hear it. None of the text messages, none of the phone calls, none of the emails, nothing got her to pay this. When she no-shows, the judge rules against her and in favor of the bridesmaid who paid for all the accommodations.
Does anyone want to see a part 2? I definitely do.
When she doesn't show for the first court date, they set another court date to assess whether or not she's made payments like she's been ordered by the court to do. Oh, you guessed it. She doesn't show. No! Show to the second court date, the court again rules against her and issues a warrant for her arrest. The warrant is meant to bring her to court so that she can explain to the judge why she hasn't shown up for the last 2 court dates. And honestly, if I were her, I would just hurry up and pay back the money that I owe so that I don't have to go through this. But I'm not her, because I'm not a thief. The one thing I forgot to mention is that throughout owing all of this money to the bridesmaids that she stole from, she also owed me money. I spent about 2 weeks chasing her down and guilting her into paying me back the money that she owed me for paying for her makeup and her hair to get done for the wedding. I stupidly agreed to pay for this for her when she approached me and told me that she wasn't going to have the money ready in time, and I didn't want to make the provider later for whatever they had to do because they were done taking care of us. They need to get paid. I know that she's watching this, and I honestly hope that she reads all the comments and realizes how much of a horrible human being it takes to do something like this. Oh, and I hope you pay back the money, because we're still in court.
How is it so hard? Like, why does it have to get to this point?
Chapter 7 of The Witches of Black Book, from award-winning author Trish Thauer. Wrapped in the blankets and each other, Trin and Jason continued to kiss and cuddle like a couple of teenagers. They only disrobed down to their undergarments, and she refused to take it any further than that. She wouldn't allow herself to get caught up in the emotions of such an intense situation, especially when it was magically induced. "I think you're warm enough," Trent suggested, "and we better get back soon. You need some warm soup and continued monitoring." "Are you applying for the job?" he asked. Trin laughed. "No, I have to go home, and I'm sure Karis will take very good care of you." "You're right, but thanks for saving me and for the most enjoyable body heat. Jason winked as he kicked off the covers to redress. How did you get me out of there anyway? Trin froze, not sure what to say. All I remember is hands reaching for me. I guess that was you pulling me out, so thanks again. Jason thankfully cut her off with his own summation. With his own summation. You're welcome. Trin kept her mouth shut, buttoned her shirt, and pulled on her boots. There was no way she was about to botch a perfectly valid explanation with thoughts of evil curses and ghostly apparitions. Those same thoughts, though, raised the question, why would anyone want to hurt Jason? It made no sense. Trin was more eager than ever to get home and address the odd things that had been happening. Her strange connection to Karis and Jason, her nightmare, and now this? Something was off, and she and Kit needed to find out what. Thanks for the adventure, Trin kissed Jason and jumped out from the truck. Maybe next time we can avoid the near-death experience? I agree. That definitely was not on the plan schedule, Jason smiled. I'll call to check on you tomorrow, Trin waved, and sighed as he drove off. I'll call to check on you tomorrow. Trin waved and sighed as he drove off, then turned and stomped the snow from her boots before entering the house. Kit, are you home? Trin called from the foyer, hanging her things and proceeding to the kitchen. You made it, Kit's sleepy voice sounded from over her shoulder. Hey, yeah, safe and sound. Trin cringed internally at the thought of how close they came to the complete opposite of that. Would you like some tea? Trin offered, anxious for her own hot beverage to take the chill off. No thanks. Kit clipped response cleared up whether she was still annoyed or not. Do you still want to do a scrying spell with me tonight? Trin asked, hoping to soften Kit's mood. No, you go ahead. I'm not feeling all that well. Odd. Kit had never passed up the chance to make work magic with her before. What's wrong? Just a bug, probably. I'll be fine with a good night's rest. Kit smiled and gave a little salute as she headed back upstairs in her flannel PJs. Trin debated arguing for her to stay, but the thought of working alone suddenly appealed to her very much. She needed to connect with what was happening, without Kit's negative influence, however reality-based it was. Trin grabbed her tea, opened the door to the cellar, and descended the stairs. The lights flickered as she moved past each one, illuminating the space to reveal their hidden work area. Cupboards and benches were lined with candles, herbs, oils, and bowls, all charged for sacred work. Trin took out her favorite scrying bowl and filled it with water and salt, then placed it on the altar in the center of the room. Gathering the rest of her supplies, she lit 2 candles, one black for protection and banishing negativity, and one violet to connect to the goddess for insight and clarity. 3 drops of jasmine oil and a pinch of mugwort, and she was ready to begin. Clear of mind, clear of sight, as I travel with the goddess this night, visions of clarity, visions of truth, uncover what's hidden at its roots. Rippled slow from the water as Trin focused her third eye directly on the center point. Drops of blood tendrilled across the surface, tinting the water red. The 4 fell away, and Trin was steadily flying through the night sky in her astral form. Fires raged, witches hung, and ancient texts flashed through Trin's mind. Transported across time and space, she saw herself, Kara, and Kenna together. Then watched as they shifted from one life to another, their faces different but their souls the same, bound by the same energy each and every time, drawn by the heart but forced to remain apart. Outstretched hands, male and female, reached for Trin, shouting silent cries through a horde of bloody corpses. Trin's head snapped up. Though freed from her vision, the words, "forced to remain apart," echoed through her mind. Clarity dawned, and she sucked in breath. She hadn't been imagining things. Something was here, and it was purposely trying to keep her from finding Kara. Trin gave thanks to the god and goddess and cleansed the area, replacing her tools in the proper place, then raced upstairs. She debated waking Kit so she could start on a spell to reveal and block whatever was doing this, but after a quick glance at the clock, decided to wait until morning. Tucked in, Trin gave a silent prayer. Lord and Lady, grant me peace this night. Protect all I love from harm and fright. Let me wake to brand new day, filled with joy in every way. Jason, what happened? Karis demanded as she rifled through the closet for his favorite blanket. I'm not sure. One minute, I was staring at the jig. The next, I was falling through the damn hole. Something had a hold of me, Car. A ghost or a demon, maybe? But it was definitely pulling me down. Until Trin cast her spell. Does she know? No, I didn't want to push her and she didn't feel obligated to share. We're going to have to put more protection in place until we're ready, Karis warned. I agree. We can't keep this up much longer. End of chapter 7. This way. My brains won't be like, kss, kss, you said you were reading and gaming, kss, and you're only gaming. Kss. But, bitch, I just read chapter 7, so, honestly, though, I don't know if I'm gonna game any. I might just chill in this area for the whole time, and maybe we'll read more book. I don't know. It's 4:30. Um, I've honestly been waiting for my sister wolf to call me back. And I would end the meeting, like, cause like the only reason I really came here is like I hadn't intended on making content. Like when she asked me, like at first I didn't even know she was asking me if I was making content, cause she's like it didn't even sound like she was talking to me, but I believe what she said was, "Are you going to YouTube?" And at first I didn't think she was talking to me, and I was like, I don't know, you know what I mean? And then she was asking, like, what are you going to do? And I'm like, I don't know. Because when she asked me if I was going to go to YouTube, like, I had that thought, and my thought was, I want to watch Cinderella. I want to sing, you know, in my own little corner, in my own little chair. I can be whatever I want to be. I want to watch 1997's Roger and Hammerstein's Cinderella with Brandy and Whitney Houston, Whoopi Goldberger, Goldberg as the queen. Um, I want to do that. I also have some dishes I need to do. I feel tired, so I think we'll grab a bubbly water right now. Because I do. Like, I feel tired. I think a huge part of it is that I had to see Voldemort, and I was already in, like, a heightened state of mind. And then having to see him, like, ugh. Because I've had some quite unfortunate thoughts pop in. Um, you know, because you just see something and it takes you back to a time and place, and I think I'm gonna have to purge some more things, because I look at some stuff and, you know, it makes me think of, like, hashtag money, or, you know, different things like that. It's rough, though, because I have their books, and, like, I haven't even been, I want to read them because they look awesome, but, like, I struggle to read them because, you know, she ghosted me. Like, I don't, and it really frustrates me because I sent her my favorite book, and I've had that paperback book since I was, like, 14 or 15. Like, I've had that book for a really long time, and it's so confusing, you know? I have absolutely no clue. Yeah, like, I already know I'm not going to get my book back. You know what I mean? I already plan on ordering a hard copy of Sweet Blood because it's my favorite book. Like, I've read that book, like, fucking, gosh, 5+ times. Like, I lost track after, like, I know I've read it more than 5 times, but I read it more than 10? Like, there was a good portion where I'd read that book twice a year, you know? Like, it's such a good book. It's a vampire book, and I love it so much. And it's just so disappointing that I can't just pick up that book and read it because I don't have it anymore. Like, that paperback is somewhere. I don't even know if they have it anymore. Like, she was making me a care package. Um, I was so excited for the egg dye kits, like, so much. And it just never you know, She ghosted me, so who knows what even goes on with that. Have a little bit of caffeinated boobly water. Hopefully help this tired feeling.
you wanna with me like you tried to do before?
But you got
Yes or no? She'll never know. We're not
gotta
friends.
keep it clear though. Like you don't.
I'll keep it like I will keep it player. I mean, I just don't like that you lied. So can you admit it? She'll never know. But can you just admit it to me?
No, I was trying.
So you don't want to with me like you were trying to with me before?
I've been wanting to you for a minute. I just can't jeopardize what me and her got going
So
on. So
you're admitting that you tried to talk to me first.
if me and you could be whatever we got going on the low, and she can't find out, I'm with that. So if you saying you with that, I'm with it.
So
But
but
I'm not
you're
without the
admitting,
drama
but
though.
you're admitting though that you tried to talk to me first.
Okay,
And I
I'm
got you. Okay,
trying to talk.
okay, I just wanted to
I'm
hear.
saying though, you knew this. What was we getting
I
out of
just
this
wanted to
though?
hear from your voice. We're gonna have fun out of this. That's what you're gonna get out of this. I just have to run a quick errand and then I'll be back.
That shit don't take so long. So she ain't gonna talk.
Whatever, we've been.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, like, what happened?
Do you wanna with me?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. What happened? I'm on YouTube. Don't worry about me. Boy, don't worry. Boy. Wait.
Ooh, shit.
Don't worry about me.
Who the fuck is bro?
Domestic violence. Domestic violence.
If you aren't watching I Know Arrow, it's probably because you don't like drama. I don't like being in drama, but this shit's funny as hell to watch. Honestly, like as a single person, this just makes me go, thank the universe I'm single because I don't have any motherfucker cheating on me, doing things behind my back. I don't have a man or a lady, so. No man.
I tested it. Alright, you guys, so I got a call from the girl from the video earlier. I was over here talking about she wants to talk or something in person, and like the video ended in like a weird way where like it didn't come to a conclusion. She felt weird about that. She hit me up and when she wanted to talk more in person, so I just drove up here. And where are we?
We're at his apartment right now.
Where's the apartment?
Yeah.
I thought. Alright, so hit me up on Instagram. I'm talking about you.
Oh, are you guys?
I never. Alright, so question: are y'all like?
Whatever, we've been for like 2 years now, so.
Why you getting me? Are you serious?
Kidding me? For real? Do you wanna.
Alright, look. The question is, are you single or got a boyfriend?
I'm single.
Alright, how about you, single or boyfriend?
I'm basically married.
Married. Okay, so you guys are friends with each other, right?
Yeah, besties.
Best friend. Okay, so do you know who her boyfriend is by chance, or
Yeah.
how well do you know her boyfriend?
Okay.
Alright, so he knows who you are, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so can I touch your boyfriend's loyalty for the video? Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, so do you have her boyfriend's number? Or
Definitely not.
give her your boyfriend's number real quick, and I want you to call her boyfriend on your phone and see if you can Netflix and chill with her boyfriend behind her back as a loyalty test. You know what I'm saying? Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Are you nervous or?
No.
How long y'all dating for?
He's be like, what the is this? Well, 3 years. Brian?
Yeah.
This is Jocelyn. Sarah pissed me off, so I'm coming home from the trip early. And I was just wondering if we could, like, hang out, you know, to get my mind off things.
She's staying?
Yeah. No, I'm leaving right now.
I mean, I guess.
Okay, so, like, we're gonna hang out. I'm gonna come pick you up, but, like, Sarah's not here. Is that okay? Like, I just want to hang out, me and you. I don't want Sarah to be there. I always thought you were cute.
I mean, yeah, I'm down.
What the do you mean? Are you kidding? Like, are you for real? You hung up on me.
Wait, what?
What the? No, leave this. You low-key found it true. I'm not even playing.
Wait, follow her. Wait, what's wrong? Why you mad at her? Why you mad at her? What did she do?
Because she's like, you're low-key cute.
But
You can be mad at me. I'll go hang out with your boyfriend. You know what? I wish it would. I wish it would.
What?
Wish it would.
I told her to call him though.
I mean, yeah, you're low-key right, but the fact that she did it with no
told her to do it though. Like, how do you feel about this?
Whatever, we've been for like 2 years now, so.
Are you serious?
Kidding me? For real, do you want to?
Wait, are you serious? Are you just saying that because you're mad?
No, I really don't give a about emotions right now. Like, I don't care. I'm actually pissed I'm going home. Your boyfriend agreed anyway in the first place, so I guess I'll actually do it. Whatever. If he wants to you, then that's a like,
Shit's always... See what I'm saying? I'd rather be single than be doing that. Oh, man. I very much hope for romance to come back into my life, but I ain't trying to force it. Nope. No motherfucking forcing here. What the fuck? Well, I feel like doing some dishes, so I think that this is going to be where I'm going to end the meeting. I have no clue if I'm going to make content later on or anything. I didn't even really know this meeting was going to happen, but my brains are mush, and I definitely thought that she would have called me back by now, but I guess not. So, yeah, I'm going to do some dishes and then make myself something to eat, probably watch my Cinderella movie. I don't know, everything's a bit mush right now because I had to see Voldemort and then I totally thought I was going to get to have a good conversation with my sister to sort of like, you know, just catch up and yeah, I don't know. But yeah, and thank you to anyone that happened to be tuning in. Until next time, and always, if there's only one thing you take away from the deliciously moist content you have observed, I hope it's this: to always be kind to yourself and everyone else. Hope to see you next time. Bye.